get on that pad over there. So this is the hopper you load onto. That is for bloody sure. Frickin' things. Now, let's see if I can catch them on time. This makes it easier if they're dead straight, so when we go to back up, we just boom straight into them, no mucking around, all straight forward, time safe. So we're looking pretty good about it here. Pretty sharp. Alrighty, so we'll just pull on, pull forward. Marks, so basically the track unit's just got to be off the grate there. Boom. Alrighty. So from here, we're basically going to connect up our lines. Got 2 lines in the back there. So one up on this side, this is the back one on this side, and one on that side. That's for the front unit. So get all that connected up. And, so I've got our hose hooked up now. So this obviously goes into the back of the PDO pump, which runs off the gearbox. So I've got a bucket down there just to catch any drips, because sometimes the O-ring that's inside these fittings, which actually seats up onto here, does leak. And if it leaks, where's it going? On the grate, and that's no good. So we're going to get the rest of it. So you generally do a bit of a process. I do the same thing every day, just work my way back. So we'll go and pull our pin here. And yes, as you may notice, this is the B-tree, and yes, I do have to separate. So that done, and the rest got over here. Drop the lines. Now, I know people say that, but there's no safety issue there. Don't give me that shit. Anyway, legs down. I know some people say, oh, you should have pulled the trailer brake before you pulled the back Susie off. And you're right. But there's no danger here of me pulling that line the way I did and evacuating the back unit, because we're dead flat. The unit's not going to roll on you, and the amount of pressure that's actually on this 5th wheel plate will prevent that unit from going anywhere. There's about top of my head, I think there's about 13 tonne sitting on there, maybe 12 tonne. So, not a major. Alright, so we're back in here now. We're going to drop our back unit. Now just pull away slowly, you get a click of the pin, through the jaws. Okay, this one's dropped down, and look at that little mark here, see these grid lines. So I basically drop my centre cap right about there. And that puts us in direct line where we need to be. So generally from here we've got a PDO switch, clutch engaged, on, boom, done town, and we're ready to roll. So that's basically turn the PTO on. Now there's actually no fluid going through it until it's actuated by the remote. So we'll run back. So that's the grate we've got to feed into. So we've got our, oh yeah, the old boy's been out. I actually got a different one. So mine's the old school way, manually operated. Whereas a lot of the new ones now have actually got in through here that's still hidden in the door. Sorry, in the back wall. It's all automated, so it's actually air ramp that goes up through the top and lifts this door up. So this one's old school. Got to get the arms on there. Good, yeah. Okay, so we've got the green coming in now. That's basically feeding into the hopper now. At the moment, we've got to go and that hopper isn't actually running. So we'll just get some green in there, get it preloaded, and then we'll basically, when we take our paperwork in, the boys will start turn the machine on. So we'll just get this thing up in the air. That it doesn't overflow. So I normally go to the first stage on this one. Look at everything actually overflow at the top. And that first stage will actually allow the grain to build up inside the tube. And gravity pretty much runs the We're going to do our paperwork. Should get chopped off while we wait. And going to get the boys to start the machine up. So this is basically the inside of it. Now, I'm not going to be able to film in here because probably trade secrets, etc, etc, but also probably a safety thing. So a little quick look on here, and it's humidified in here, so this is all the inner workings. It's one of the two big water tanks. I think it's the mesh tank, and the other one over here, that's the water tank, I think. Could be wrong, someone will correct me if I'm not wrong here. So that's the bulk of where most of the alcohol's produced in these two things here. So anyway, let's go get our paper ready. So we've got our sample bag. So the top of grain that we're actually running in here, top of number, the silo that it's going into, and obviously the date. So these silos here are all numbered. Now I do believe there's 8, 1, 2, 9. I'm sure there's 8. They all hold different grains at different times, so they're not basically, you know, silo 7 doesn't necessarily always hold one grain. It basically depends on what they've got at the time, what they need to run at a certain time, and they will chop and change. So all these conveyor belts in here, these are what feeds into the brewing process. Obviously being cone shaped, gravity goes into there, they get shoved around. This particular one, this is the one that we run. So obviously being the grain intake, or malt intake as they call it, that's coming from here, along, into here, and up, and across there. So where these are here, there's a lot of those up top there. You can sort of just see them through the thing up there. Okay. So obviously feed to the top of the silos. And on each section along these things, there's actually sensors. So just had this is the first conveyor connected in, and there's actually an auger that runs in this tube down into this bin that's in here. You'll actually see when it clicks on, the grain will start disappearing. go. And we're underway. So the only thing that goes in this bin is grain, nothing else. Very high on hygienic and that sort of thing. So contamination is a big thing. So we try to keep everything sort of as much as we can, contained within the unit. That's why the only thing that goes in these bags is the grain, nothing else. So once we finish from here, we fold them up, which I'll show you later on. And yeah. So we better grab our sample. So this sample, I do believe, is what's basically what gets basically tested, and I presume it basically tests that what the guys are selling. Well, I guess moving from the malt company that we collect from in Martin is what's actually being produced, moved up here. I guess probably to make some sort of quality control, all that kind of thing. Boys. So yeah. So obviously we can't go too high on the first stage because A, there's a lot of weight sitting up there, and it's a lot of pressure on this back wall here. You've got all this grain wanting to push out the back there, so we try to keep it at a level where it's basically not stressing that back wall too much. So what I'll do is I'll jump up and you can actually have a look inside the bin. Alrighty, so this is inside the bin. As you can see, the tarp lines the entire unit. Well, band canvas bag, etc. And we have movement. Ooh. So, yeah, it's a very dense product to be carting along. It's great, it doesn't move bugger all, and top of the unit here, we've got these 3 hatches. There's 3 hatches on each of the units, and bottom end where we load up, they basically got the chutes that the guy on top. So we drive into a building, he's already elevated above us, he'll open the doors, we'll roll in on basically a big scale. He'll weigh us up empty, and then obviously weigh us up as we're going through the process of loading to ensure that we get the right amount on. We'll run anywhere from 26.5 up to 27 tonnes, 27.2, 27.4 tonnes, and that's basically giving us our maximum weight of 50 tonne gross. So there's a lot of product here. So we'll make a lot of booze, but these guys will chew through this pretty much tonight, I'd say. Each brew, I believe, is around about. Well, put it this way, they go through 100 tonne approximately, depending on what shifts is doing what, etc. They'll go through about 100 tonne of this stuff, not a problem. So we normally bring 2 loads in every day, so close to 60 tonne will come in here, and they'll probably go through this in a night. So they'll do over 100 tonne a week, well over 100 tonne. The exact numbers I'm not too sure. It does vary on the product that they're brewing, and obviously the season as well. But believe me, they pump through it. So with the unit, we've got basically these boards here. Now these boards will run up the length of the unit down the side here, and that just stops any bulging that we get with the product. Because it's such a heavy, dense product, even though with these straps here, these 2 logs, these 2 straps, it still does bulge them. There's a lot of weight there, and it's all it wants to do is squeeze out. So we put these boards in, and then we put these pellets in here, and these pellets basically give us a guide for when the grain's running down the unit straight into the chute. Otherwise you'll get a bulge basically happening in here, and it rips the front end of the unit up where the bag's attached to the floor. If you imagine that bag trying to shift to the back with all the weight, it actually will rip the tags right off. So with these pellets here, it actually helps guide the grain in a sort of manner towards the back here. So that's basically the crux of the loading. The unloading. And the process is pretty much exactly the same for the back unit. So this is the biggest unit of the two. This one's about sort of 14 tonne, and the other one's between 12 and 13. So all we do with the back unit is we hook it back up, put another hydraulic nipple on the back here, same as what's on the front of the unit. So obviously we'll change that over. We'll go from the left hand side there, we'll go back to this side. We'll run the hose. There's the other hose here. So we'll run this one up to there, and then back to the back unit here. So again, it's the same thing. This one's a tipper, and exactly the same process. So that's how I do my job. You know, that's the grain. That's the grain run off that argy. It's quite a unique job in the company, really, because there's only a few of us that do this. Off the top of my head, I believe there is 5 units in circulation at the moment. Possibly more in the future, but you know, out of the entire company, main freight, Hollands, daily freight, we are the 5 of us the only guys that do this. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's quite unique, like I say, and it's quite unique in the fact that we're the only guys that, well, there may be a couple others in the country that run combination units like this. So they can have the ability to run freight, general freight, and the grain as well. So yeah, she's pretty cool, alright. So I thought I'd do this video just on how this particular unit runs, because the next unit that we're getting in the new year will be a little bit different. It'll actually bring us in alignment with the other guys and what they're running. So it'll be a truck and trailer unit, 8-wheel front and 5-axle back, and we'll be pushing hopefully to get between 28 and 28.5 tonne grain on that one. So an extra 1,000 kgs or 1,500 kgs on top of what we've got. So yeah, very cool, very cool. So the old girls should be put out to pastures, these ones here, and I do believe the tractor unit will be going on another run within our group. So that's good. It's good that she keeps going. But these old gills, they'll possibly put into some other sort of work, or dismantled and used as something else. So it's a bit of an end of an era, but you know, you got to move with the times, the technology. You know, she's old technology now. So now looking forward to it. And yeah, so yeah, like I said, we'll do this video just to show you how this particular unit works, and we'll I'll do one when the new unit comes in the new year, and I'll show you how that one goes. So all good. Take care, be safe out there, and Roger.